In this one, we are recreating the 2003 World Cup final where India failed to chase 349. We are 54 for 3. We need another 295 runs in 40 overs. And also, we are going up against arguably the strongest team to have ever played cricket. So let's see what happens. Dravid and Sehwag at the crease. We're already 3 down, going up against Lee, who's bowling above 150. This is gonna be one of the hardest challenges, at least in terms of one-day cricket. Another solid defense. We can't do this for all that long either because we need almost another 300 runs. But now we have to make sure we don't lose any more wickets. And then that's been punched at the back foot. We'll get through for our first run of the challenge. Brad Hogg on this end. Now the power play is done, so we can start to rotate strike. Hopefully we can get a few twos here and there. Almost got bowled around my legs. At least that's wide, but that was way too close. That's been flicked again, mistimed a little. Can we come back for 2? No, we won't be able to. Not the biggest ground, not the smallest either. So we can't score 6s easily, neither can we get 2s easily, so that's just great. Again flicked and we found the gap through the leg side. This time I think we should be able to come back for 2 again. This time the bowler himself said chase. It'll just be one, only 4 runs of that over. Another ball to go, bowler wide. Full toss, that's been driven in the gap. No risk, completely risk free. It was a full toss and just a normal drive all along the ground gets us 4. We are off to a good start. And again, not the greatest timing. This was a little slower than usual from Lee. Driven on the up, it was in the air for a little and it is actually running away for 4. Didn't expect that. That's gone between everything. That was a cutter, proper cutter there. Just kept coming in, went between pat and pad. We have to be careful that we don't have a lot of batsmen left. That's a punch of the back foot and the ball is absolutely flying off the face. It'll just be one. Almost found the gap there. Flicked straight to the man. Why do they have a fielded a deep third? They have one at backward point, a slip and a deep third, and he's bowling on the pads. Very well done. Pulled, just easy as it gets. No risk, no nothing. Just looking to sneak 2s when that is very welcome. Overthrows 4 runs. Actually that should be 5. And again, that's gone between everything. McGrath bowling those off cutters over and over again. Back of a length as well. Driven nicely. And again on the up. Anytime they've been bowling full, that should have been stopped. It has actually been pretty easy to drive. We've been driving without edging the ball, which is a miracle. Full toss. Nudged right in the gap. We should be able to come back for 2. I thought both those fielders would end up looking at each other's faces and let that one go for 4. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen, but we'll still get to. This partnership is growing beautifully here. Pick straight. Was that a full toss? I think it was. I think that's the only reason that ball has gone that long. Yes, it was a full toss. Pick straight down. Flicked again. And once again, we should come back for 2 easily. This partnership is looking really good. But the thing is, we're still 250 runs away. And we only have 32 overs left. Shot that's been slapped hard. Will be stopped at the last possible second. We've been running 2s a lot more than I thought we would. Been finding the gap perfectly. A late cut there. That is in the gap and will run away for yet another boundary. This was short and wide. Horrible ball. He just used the pace and found the gap. Another pull. Well, everything has been back of a length almost for the last like 4 or 5 overs. Sehwag will get to 50 or 46. That's exactly the innings we need. The strike rate is just good enough for now. Punched up the back foot, won't be stopped. And again, we found the gap to perfection. We've taken one risk this partnership till now, and we're still scoring at a good rate. Another off cutter. Can we come back for two? Yes, we will, and we should make it easily in the end. We are running like a team from 2020. Michael Bevan is gonna bowl. Full toss, easily punched down. Maybe could have gone aerial, but they have two fielders deep straight down the ground, so I think this is the better option. That's a good ball, real good ball, playing a miss, but it is pitching outside legs, so. And again, that line is very risky. I can almost see missing that and getting clean ball. Left arm leg spin on both ends. That's been flicked again in the gap, and we should once again be able to come back for two easily. Much bigger ground than I thought. That's flighted up. Oh no, have I hit it to that fielder? No, I have not, just away. And it'll go for a one bounce four. I wanted to hit that much straighter. Almost ended up giving a simple catch at the deep. Too late. Wanted to leave that, but then the ball just kept spinning in. So the last second tried to defend. Done way too much turn. That should be wide. There we go. Finally, he bowls a legal ball. This was in the air, in the gap, mistimed, but doesn't go to anyone's hands. And we'll bring up the 100-run partnership. What a partnership this has been. Completely risk-free, but we're still scoring at a really good rate. Open the face. Should be an easy single. Miss field. We're going to come back for two, and I think we might even be able to come back for three. No, we won't. This has been one of the most horrible overs, and it just is going to keep getting worse. Countless wides. Now an overthrow, and now they're playing ping pong with the ball. Throwing it all over the place. That is beautifully bowled, full enough to make me drive. The required run rate is 7.83. It is climbing slowly but surely, but we have 7 wickets left. So we can explode in the last 10 overs if this keeps going. Flights it up, and I've gone big. I've gone really big. That has hit the roof. Dravid brings up 50 with a 6. Usually that is Sehwag's way of bringing up milestone, but here we are flighted up way too much and just hit through the line. That is a massive 6. Could not have timed that any better if I tried. Oh, that was flattened faster than usual. But we just still yet to lose a single wicket in this challenge. Now Simons, how many overs of spin are they going to bowl? Almost got it through. It'll just be 1. Would have been 4. That would have been nice. Edged and gone. Finally, this long partnership comes to an end. And I get out to a horrible short and wide ball, edge it to the keeper, and Travis got to go. That was, look at that, horrible ball. How did I edge that? 55 of 76. A little slow. Late card, that's in the gap as well. We're going to continue in our merry ways on this end at least. That's been swept hard. Swept straight to the field. This is one good thing about having a left-hander at the crease. We can sweep a lot more. 92 now of 81. Can we get to 100 in style? And for the reverse sweep, it was full, but then ended up bouncing over my head. Went for the sweep, got a under edge or toe or something that was a little too close for comfort. It was inches away from the leg stump. It has gone so fine. We get 4, but too close. Short ball. Early on that. That was an attempted lofted shot. Didn't go up, but it has gone in the gap. Cut off the back foot. Actually, cut off the front foot. Sehwag moves on to 97. That's driven. It is in the gap, and I think this should run away for 4 century for Sehwag. We are so close to actually winning this. I mean, we need another 130 runs, but we only lost 4 wickets. Swept again. This might be... This is stopped as well. What? I thought that was in the gap. And for a reverse sweep against a full toss. There is a gap there, but we just cannot seem to find it. Flights it up, and I've gone over extra cover, and another massive hit again. Ideal. These full deliveries outside off are probably the safest to go after. Swept. Almost swept it back onto the stumps, but we have been so lucky. Flights it up again, this time over mid-off. And another big 6 again. The timing has been on point. We played spin so much in this innings. We're finally starting to hit everything right off the middle. It gives me a full toss and I played a cut. I think that's the first time I've seen a cut played against a full toss. That was almost like baseball. Another sweep. I'm never going to learn my lesson. I'm going to keep sweeping until I get out or we win this match. That's like the 4th time that's 4 that hit the ropes. And now they're going to scam us out of a boundary. At least we ran 3. Full toss. At least it was full. And it's in the gap. No one a deep fine leg. Pretty risk free. Especially when it's that full. And we are playing with a really set batsman. So we can't afford to take risks. Tucked. This should be 2, I think. We made Sehwag run so much. Nope. What was that? Hesitation in the middle for God knows what. But we still end up getting through. That was a weak throw. Full toss. Try to go big. Almost got it through with an edge. Now the fastest bowler in their attack comes in. So this might happen a lot more. And I am late. I don't think I was that late. But nearly lost my off stump. Slow, very slow Yorker. I won't even be able to sneak one. I think that is missing leg, but that's such a good ball. We were lucky that it wasn't aimed at the stumps. We need just over 12 runs and over. We are gonna have to take some more risks than we have. But they are bowling full tosses and full deliveries like this. That's been hit inside out. Not the biggest 6. We've hit some big 6s, but this gets the job done just. Another full delivery, this time very slow. Once again, lucky enough to get bat on it. Lucky enough for that not to go to anyone's hands. That's been clipped. And it is over. Shot third, shot fine legs head for yet another 4. We might do this easily in the end. Full toss. Full toss at 150 k's on the pads. That is as easy as it gets. We've lost only 1 wicket this entire challenge. That's clipped as well. 4-5 fielders deep on the offside and he bowls a somewhat straight delivery. 58 now needed. Sehwag on 149. This has been already an epic over. Full, that's been driven and he'll get Sehwag to 150 runs. Throw to the keeper's end, that would have been over. Of just 121 balls, strike rate has been going up with every milestone. Full toss, low full toss, but again way too slow. Couldn't get any elevation, it'll just be 1. We need a 6 every over at least. Let's hit inside out, it is in the gap, but 1 bounce into the fence. I think that's still enough if we can get another 2 here. It's tapped and everything's going according to our plan. We're going to come back 4-2. This might be close, but we will get through. Last ball of this over, runs of every single ball, and he ends it with a full toss. Couldn't make use of it, but at least we won't get out. So 4 overs, 46 needed. That's gone nowhere. And it still won't be a cotton ball that was as simple of a catch as anything. Well, luck still on our side. We might get Sehwag to 200. Let's see if that is possible. That's been pulled again straight to the fielder. Why is suddenly hitting boundaries so hard? When we were looking to not score 4s and 6s, we were getting them easily. But now it has been a real challenge the last 3-4 overs. That's here. This is in the gap finally. This should be 4. And it is. Even that he could have saved. Short ball edged and that'll go fine. Lucky, but we will take it. Boundaries have dried up somewhat. That's full, but not full enough to be on the front foot. What was that ball? How did it bounce so much? Full toss, and again I am so very early. We need this ball to disappear. Full toss, and finally it has been near impossible to hit these full tosses all of a sudden. Even this didn't go all that long. It's just 4. We need 28 of 2 overs. And again, what's going on all of a sudden? It's been so hard to score runs. We might actually lose it with 6 wickets in hand. How is this happening? This over needs to be very expensive. And again, I'm late. This was 155 k's. That might be the fastest ball of the match. And of course, I was late. 26 needed, I think. Might have to go straight. And that was back of a length. It is not out, but I don't think that matters with 6 wickets in hand. But we are still choking. That's hit down the ground. Well hit. Nope, not all that well hit. I thought it was going straight to the side screen. It'll just be 2. Hit straight. Is this 4 at least? Again, not the greatest timing, but that 4 keeps us alive in this match somewhat. Another 4 and we'll still need 16 of the last over. Last over of the innings. We'll start it off with a nice pickup shot through the leg side. Almost bounced over his head, but it won't. We'll come back for 2. Now we need 17 of 5. There is a gap between square leg and fine leg. I'm going to go there. Let's see if you can play that pickup shot again. That's been flicked. And I've hit it exactly where I want, but have I found the gap? Yes, I have. 4. Come on, just keep the same feel. I'm going to play this shot again. This is probably the easiest. Hitting straight has not been working. And there we go. The field is going to remain the same. We need 13 of 4. Come on, a 6 now. Flicked again. Same region. And once again, almost went for 6. But it'll just be 4. Mongia will get to 50. We have slowed down, but we still can win it. 9 needed of 3. One of these balls we've got to go to 6. Now there's not a gap there, but there is a gap in front of square leg, and we found that as well. 3 4s in a row. 5 needed of 2, and now there's that gap again. Just one more 4. 3 4s in a row. And he'll bowl a wide. Very nice. Now just one matter of 1 hit, and we'll get this done. Or we can even try to run 2 2s, but I don't think I'm going to do that though. Short ball. This should be wide as well. Yes, it is. They're going to lose it with wides now. 3 needed of 2. Short ball. This should be another wide. Wait, how was that not wide? And why did I miss it? Ideal timing. Why did I miss that then? Come on. Still 3 needed of 1. But now the thing is, we have to score a boundary. I don't think we can be... we're going to be able to run 3. That's for sure. Short ball again. Play and a miss. And Australia have somehow done it out of nowhere. Come on. That was our match for the entire innings almost. Till like the 46th over. We look like we're going to win this easily. And then Australia, the strongest version of Australia, have somehow pulled this off. We're in the Sehwag 175 and we still lose by 1 run. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to see the all-time India 11 go up against the all-time Australia 11, click the video on screen. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 videos and updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.